Alright guys, so gotta give you guys an update, and I'm gonna start trying to film like proper vlogs, right? And do more stuff like this, but it's just I'm still have been all over the place. So day 31, we finished month 1 of the gym. Now it's been going really good. I've been consistent. I've been getting stronger, and I feel like this next month is going to be the month where I really am able to push myself to make new muscle growth and new gains. Now, I've been eating not the most structured diet. I've been also just messing with like my carbs before workouts, after workouts, and then during and then throughout my day as well. So like since the pre-diabetes and stuff, like it's hard for me to eat carbs when I'm not exercising, because like I get symptoms of like high blood sugar and stuff like that. So it's just been a little here and there. I'm gonna get McDonald's right now, so it's gonna be kind of funny that I'm going to the McDonald's drive-thru talking about this, but they have the new chicken strips, which are like 50-60 grams of protein, and we're gonna get that. So I'm gonna order that, just kind of talk to you guys about what's going on with this next month. So yeah, this morning I woke up with kind of like a sore back. Like I just slept a little wrong on my mattress, like on my pillow last night, and I did get 3 hours of sleep, so my sleep is still kind of whatever just because of work, but I have been doing really well. Like I've been pushing myself to go. When did I go? I went Wednesday night at like 10 p.m. and left like at midnight. Like 11 and left like at midnight. Let's see this order real quick.
Will you be using the mobile app?
No. No, I'm not.
What would you like?
I'm gonna take the 4-piece McCrispy strips meal.
And then, my bad. What kind of drink is that?
I'll do Diet Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
And you want the new sauce with that?
Yeah, can I get the new sauce, and can I get sweet and sour and ketchup too?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Thank you.
Would that be all for you today?
That's gonna be it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you. So I just make sure that I don't drink my sugar. When I am craving something like carbonated, I will go get like Topo Chico or sparkling water and drink that, and it burns like Sprite. Especially Topo Chicos, those are my favorite. It burns like a Sprite.
The 4-piece strips. 13.38.
Oh, my hair looks crazy. I just woke up. Thank you. So we're on the way to Costco right now to get more protein shakes and to get more protein yogurt. Hello. So thank you so
I
much.
think the straw's inside the bag.
Okay, cool. Let me just check. Yeah, you're good. Thank you. McDonald's, man. America. You cannot beat McDonald's chips, man. I'm serious. Alright, let me pull over and eat really quick. We'll talk about it, alright? So, like I said, I've been able to hit my protein goals pretty sufficiently by implementing these shakes and yogurt and stuff like that. So I'm recovering way faster than I ever have been. No, I just need something just to snack on, because I didn't really eat all day today. I had work from 4 a.m. to 1. I ate at work. I more or less have like protein shakes and like a sandwich from work, but Look at my first real meal of the day. I ate 6 o'clock. So, gotta make sure I eat. Now, I'm gonna load up on foods that are easy to eat from Costco for when I need a snack. And how I've been doing this is, before bed, I'm drinking a protein shake. I'm eating as well. And throughout my day, I'll have 1 or 2 protein shakes or 2 or 3 protein yogurts to add like 60 calories onto my day. I mean, 60 grams of protein, or like 90 grams of protein, you know? So, we got the McCrispy strips. And these things smack, dude. They're just so juicy. I had them the other day. And I don't know how I felt earlier this week. It was a little rough, honestly. And I'm really trying not to let the bad days have a huge impact on me, you know? I'm just persevering. Every single day is a little bit different for me right now. And we're just continuing to try to get it. But as long as I'm eating, and as long as I'm making sure I have these foods like readily available, and these protein shakes and stuff like that readily available, I don't have to worry about a whole lot. Now, so good. Oh, dude, come on, too easy. Now, the biggest signs of progress that I've seen is like, when I look in the mirror, I just look more full. My face is filling in. So I'm sure this month I've already gained 5 pounds. This next month I want to do the same, gain 5 pounds. And I guess I'm in a bulk now, you know? But I'm not overeating a bunch of fatty stuff. And I'm making sure that I still do cardio. Making sure that I keep it lean still. Yeah, I can bulk, but you know, I just want to feel good. And that's my biggest thing. I want to feel good. I want to look good. I don't want to overeat. I don't want to feel like shit from overeating. And as far as it goes right now, I've been feeling pretty good. So month 2 is coming to a start, and we're really gonna start beating up our legs. We're really gonna start beating up our shoulders and our chest. And let's make sure that we're in full force. Destruction and recovery. I've had to cut back on the pre-workout. I've had to cut back on the carbs that I eat during my workout and pre-workout. And really dial in on, you know, what I'm doing on what days. I think I'm gonna start. Here's just my idea, right, guys? So just bear with me as I just rant to kind of talk about it. But here's what I'm thinking. Leg days, they're fun, right? I used to love leg days when I would get into it, and I would really just want to beat my legs up. And I'm not there yet. You know, I'm not there to where I'm pushing myself like how I used to. I'm not there where I'm pushing myself like really hard. Like I remember my old leg days, I used to do squats and deadlifts and lunges and calf raises and extensions and curls, and it was just a high volume workout for my legs. But that was when I was training for over 6 months and plus, and had good progress. So I'm just kind of working myself back up to those really intense days, which I think I'm probably going to be able to see maybe by the end of this month. Not that I'm not pushing myself, but that intensity just isn't there yet. I have been working my back out a lot because of my back issues, my prior injuries I have from my back. Like I said, right now it's kind of sore, but it's been I've been getting stronger. I've been able to pull things easier. I've been able to contract it more, and it looks good. So I just keep looking in the mirror and I'm like, I got a lot of work to do to where I want to be at, you know? And I think the main goal for me really is to be like 165, like 170, like lean, you know? I don't want to be 190. I don't want to be 180. I want to be like athletic. Maybe 180, you know? Maybe. If my legs really can grow and put on that much mass, maybe 180. I'm 5'11", so 180 is going to be solid, you know? But with how lean I am right now and how fast like my muscles can fill in, I don't think that I would want to be more than like 170. I want to be quick. I want to be fast. I want to be athletic. And that's not that. I don't think that that's unattainable or unachievable in like the next year or two. So that's kind of what we're shooting for. So that's pretty much like where I'm at. You know, my veins are coming in. I feel like I have more energy. I feel more alive. I feel more I don't feel so dead tired all the time. Like my naps are quick. And then the sleep that I do get when I'm able to sleep is pretty restful for the most part. Despite all the stress that I have going on right now, like things are okay. So like today I worked 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. I got home, I helped clean the yard, get ready for Cassandra's bridal shower tomorrow. And I'm just thinking like I got 2 months till I get married. And I think that if I keep this up, I'm going to be very pleased and happy with how I look for the wedding day, how I look for Cassandra, and you know, it's a good path right now. So like I said, I'm gonna try to get some more proper vlogs in. I kind of lost my mojo of vlogging and just kind of like how I can really bring that to life. But again, like I don't have somebody to film me in the gym. I'm not gonna set up a tripod, you know what I mean? It's like the first 2 months, so I'm just gonna continue to do what I'm doing until there is a significant transformation, and then maybe put these clips together and make an actual video for the transformation. But one thing that I'm really trying not to do right now is be on social media a whole lot, because I'm comparing myself to a lot of these things, and then I get regrets of like not doing this sooner or stuff like that. And honestly, like life is just, it's life, you know? And it's like, if I'm comparing myself to the best on social media, it's like I'm missing out on, you know, being that 2 or 5% that's just in the public, you know? And not that I want to compare myself or be better than anybody else. And that's where I have to like kind of bring it back in, where it's like, this is me trying to be the best version of myself and to do this for me and feel good for myself, and you know, be a good influence on those around me, and just be able to just be full of life, you know? And that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. And it's just been kind of like a roller coaster since I started doing this again, you know? So I'm always going to encourage everyone and anyone to better themselves, to better their health. And for a long time, I was that person who encouraged everybody else and kind of live in the past of like my injuries and stuff. And now that things are changing, I'm changing. I'm starting to get like anxiety and panic attacks sometimes at night about leaving this stuff behind, leaving my old mindset behind, you know? Sometimes when you get so comfortable with your fear and so comfortable with your mindset that's kind of keeping you small, when you grow out of that, it really feels like you're leaving part of who you are behind. And it's scary because you're familiar with that. And then when you're growing into something different, that feels foreign, and sometimes it feels like you're not who you are, and the imposter syndrome can kick in. But you know, when I quit smoking nicotine, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I vaped today, but just because my friend had one and I just was charging it for her, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna smack this real quick. But like, you know, I'm not addicted to those things. Like, I'm not addicted to it. Like, it is addicting, but like, I don't go out of my way to buy alcohol, buy cigarettes or nicotine or anything like that. And when I did go buy alcohol, there was like, I don't know, I never really was into heavily drinking or buying vapes and stuff. Like, that was probably back in 2019 when I was vaping a lot, and maybe 2020 as well. That was like pandemic, you know. But when I kicked those, it was something that I never identified with. I never identified myself as like, oh, I vape, or I drink, or I do this, or I do that. It was just something that was like occasionally done, or just something that just was part of like who I was, right? I didn't really embrace that full identity. Like, some people were like, oh yeah, I vape and I have all these rigs and this is what I do, and that lifestyle can be kind of toxic, you know. Because you get excited about the culture and you get just so sucked into it. But I remember, like, after 6 months of not having it, it just felt a little foreign. And even when I did it today, I was like, this sucks, you know. Like just kind of did it just because it was there, but not because I really wanted it. And after 6 months of not doing it, and you get past that initial phase of like the addiction wore off, and you're not really doing it because you have to anymore, you're able to see things a little bit more clearly, you know. You're able to kind of like, when you pick it up again, you're like, do I really want this? And that's kind of how like my mindset is about my past and not working out, and the last few years of not taking care of my health, like as I should be. And the past few years of just kind of like being addicted to work. Every time that I pick up that mindset of like, oh, I can't do this, or like I'm tired, or I don't want to, it's like that pain comes back where it's like, do you want to go back to that lifestyle, you know? And it really feels like you grow. So I don't know, I just kind of want to just talk about that, because it's like, it's one of those things where like no one's gonna do it for you, you know. If you have that addiction you have to kick, if you have that lifestyle you want to live, and that thing that you want to do, and that person that you want to be, like, it's gonna take 6 months. And I tell this to all my new people at work that I train. I said, hey, you're not only learning how to like work in a new environment, but you're growing into like a culture, you're growing into like a role, and it's gonna take at least 6 months for you to be comfortable with this new way of existing, for the lack of better words, you know. So you know, things take time, which is why I'm not really, I think now that I understand that, because I'm older and I've been through a lot of different things and a lot of different phases in my life, I'm a lot more patient, because I know that, hey, I'm not gonna get good at this thing until 6 months from now. I'm not going to be good at this thing until like a year from now, you know. I'm not going to be able to like really reap great rewards from this for a while. So I just got to put my head down and do the thing that's hard. So that's kind of what I wanted to say. And like, I've been telling my brother, like, you know, when I go to the gym, when I really don't want to, he's like, what are you doing? Like he'll ask me like where I'm going, right? I walk out the house and he's like, where are you going? I go, let me go clock in. He's like, clock in? Like, didn't you work today? I'm like, yeah, but I gotta go clock in for like 2 hours, you know? He's like, where? I was like, at the gym, you know? I gotta go get paid. And that's how I look at it, you know? Like, when you don't want to show up to work and you get there, it ends up being okay, unless you like really hate your job, you know? And that's kind of how I'm thinking about things now. It's like, you know, I have to go clock in. And kind of a weird mindset, but other than that, you know, it's been all right. So yeah, the rest of the weekend, it's Friday, May 23rd. The rest of the weekend, I work 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on days like this, I usually get like 3 hours of sleep. Because I don't go to bed till like 12. And then I gotta wake up at 3 to get ready for work. So I'm just kind of assuming that's how my schedule's gonna be. You know, I get home and I crash, take a nap. And I'm really trying to cut back on the caffeine because it's really been disrupting my sleep. The other night I had 2 Red Bulls like at 10:30 and I didn't get any sleep. I slept for like 3 hours. And I can feel my body like craving that sleep and needing that deep rest. So I'm kind of cutting back on the caffeine. I'm gonna make sure that I'm just consuming like good carbs, and that I'm really only keeping my caffeine to like a minimum like 75 milligrams of caffeine. I can't do more than that, you know. Like I'm really small still, and I think 75 milligrams is decent for me to kind of knock the tired out, but I don't need to be tweaking in the gym yet, you know. So that being said, that's the update for month 1 and where my mindset is right now. I think month 2, I'm gonna start cooping my leg days with shoulder days. Those are my 2 weak spots. And I want to have something to look forward to on leg day, you know? I don't want to just leave dead. I want to feel good when I leave and like maybe a little pumped. But that's just a thought right now. I'm just kind of talking at this point. So, as long as I'm exercising, my appetite's up. As long as I'm sore, I know when I eat protein, I kind of have an idea of like where it's going. That's kind of like how I'm thinking about it, is like I'm really focused on my recovery, and I've been recovering really quick. I think I've recovered now in like 2 days, whereas opposed to before, I was recovering in like 5 days. You know, it took me a whole week to stop feeling sore. But with the amount of protein I'm consuming and the quality of foods and the fiber that I'm consuming as well, things are passing through me a lot easier. And I think it's just gonna be all gains from here. So anyways, guys, if you guys like this kind of video, you know, let me know. Like I said, these things are like mainly for me and people who are interested in this. But I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna finish this up. I gotta go to Costco still. I wanted to eat before I got into Costco because I don't know how long I'm going to be there. And I don't want to be, 1, going longer than 2 hours without eating. And 2, I don't want to be hungry when I'm in there, because when I'm hungry and I'm in there, I buy a bunch of random stuff that I don't need because I'm hungry in the moment and I see it and it looks good. So I'm only going to get the minimum of what I need, and we're just going to keep it at that. So anyways, guys, the next month or so, I'll be doing like before and after photos when I really see progress in the photos and I look good and I feel confident enough doing so. I think right now, I really want to, but I got so much going on, man. It's hard to sit down and fully edit a video, which is why I've been doing these little shitty vlogs, because it's really hard to sit down and edit a video. I have like 10 things on my mind. I gotta get my suit. I gotta mail out some invitations. I gotta get my wedding band. We're moving out, so I gotta start buying furniture. And like I'm working full time, and I'm doing this now. It's like, I feel like this is the hardest part, you know? This is the hardest part of my life right now. And it's gonna get harder, but I'm hoping that this is gonna make me better and stronger. So I'm on this video here. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Was it like 60 grams of protein down? I'm only gonna eat like half of these French fries. I got my Diet Dr. Pepper. See you guys next video. Peace.